It's not even halftime, and I'm on my way to the store right now. I'm making the store run already. I'm not even waiting to halftime. Every single thing I told y'all, love was never real. The Packers were never real. They never played anybody. They should have lost against the Saints. This is not a surprise for me. This is, I mean, what did you think was going to happen, right? I know a lot of Lions fans was nervous. You know, that's a lot of the SOL crowd, man. But for the last time, this is not the same Lions team, man. It's not the same Lions team. So that's why I just want you guys to not turn on everybody so quick. Start talking about firing people, get rid of this player, that player, after one game or you know, any type of situation like that. Man, believe in your team. We're not going to win every single game this season, but we're going to win the games that we're supposed to win. And the Packers are a team that we're supposed to beat. So that's something y'all need to understand, man. But I guess I'll see y'all after the game is over. Peace. Alright, Lions fans, I didn't mean to start the video out that way, man, but it just was what it was. Had to make the store run, grab a few more dillies. I'm here, Bud Light, if you want to send me a sponsorship, I'm here. So we took care of business just like I thought we would. I've been, you know, pretty much saying this going into this game that the Detroit Lions would take care of business against the Packers. The Green Bay Packers. We got to take care of business. You know, they've been skeeting by. They've been getting real lucky, man. I think it's time that we go ahead and let them know, like, hey, the Cinderella story stops here. About right. So, rather or not, I think we're going to go and hand it to Green Bay. Never thought they was real from the beginning. So, you know, like I said, it's they haven't played anybody. They should have lost to the Saints. I have zero faith in Jordan Love. He is very inaccurate. They have a ways to go. They got some building to do over there in Green Bay before they can even, you know, be in the same room with us. we are at that next level, man. We are ready to, you know, compete in playoffs, you know what I'm saying? So, obviously and clearly, I think it's a very vivid picture now. The Detroit Lions are in control of their own destiny. Man, that feels good to say, right? I mean, just me being a Lions fan, it feels great to say. But we have an entire, you know, country and outside of the country. Shout out, you know, to my guys over in the UK doing their thing. Man, we have an entire fan base that's ready to get behind this team. And we have fans from other teams that's ready to get behind this team. A lot of people are becoming fans of the Detroit Lions simply because if you take it back to Hard Knocks. You take it back to Hard Knocks, man. And they had an opportunity to see the way that Dan Campbell and his coaching staff operates. And they fell in love with the Lions. You know, the Jets just had Hard Knocks. You don't really hear as much talk about the Jets' Hard Knocks. You heard a little bit about Aaron Rodgers, that's it. But when we did Hard Knocks, man, I think it really gave the world an opportunity to see what really goes on there, right? Because we're just known to be that bad team. It created a lot of fans. And you're seeing that, man. You know, as you see them on the bottom of the screen, just scrolling through social media, man, so many people behind the Lions. They want to see the Lions be good. They want to see the Lions be successful. It's not just us here in Detroit as fans anymore. Everybody wants to be a part of that Lions pride, right? So we go into Green Bay, into Lambeau Field. I'm glad that we go into Lambeau Field at this part of the year where it's warm. It's a great football weather out there, man. You can't get better conditions to play football out there. And of course, they have to come and face us in our den, which is not good for them, obviously. But we take care of business, man. I mean, the game from the beginning, after the pick from Jared Goff, got to put that out there. Like I said, it's pretty much irrelevant now. But after that, it was obvious that the Detroit Lions was just going, they was going to take care of business. The defense was vicious from the go. I haven't forgot about the crowd, the fire Aaron Glenn crowd, the Jerry Jacobs needs to go to the bench crowd. And this is why I tell you guys, be quiet, man. You lose a game, it don't go the way that you want it to go. Don't start barking off and popping off saying outrageous things. Be mad that you lost that game. Don't start calling for people jobs. Don't start telling people, saying people need to get traded or put on a bench, get rid of this guy. Listen, man, we're not going to win every single game this season. We're not. Let's just be a little bit more supportive of our team, bro. Yeah, we should have beat the Seahawks, but it didn't go that way. We came out the gate with 2 contenders. It didn't happen. Let's move forward. Green Bay, we take care of business in Lambeau. Whenever we can stump the heck out of Green Bay, it's a great day. It's a great day. Matt LaFleur face at the end of the game was beautiful. To see that defeat and disappointment. Because they thought that they were real for some reason. I don't know why. Green Bay fans thought that they were real. And shout out to the Detroit Lions fans that showed up at Lambeau. It was a lot of blue in that cheesy stadium. It was a lot of blue there. So, let's talk a little bit about the game, right? Jared Goff comes out, trying to press a little bit in the beginning. I know he wants to get out to a fast start and establish the offense right away, but it ended up causing him to throw a pick, an uncharacteristic pick for Jared Goff. The old Jared Goff would have, continued to panic and just make bad plays. But this Jared Goff responded with a score. And that's why I said, when he threw the pick last, against the Seahawks, I let it go immediately because he's matured. He's a different player now. My standard for Jared Goff, where I had my question in, was in the playoffs. Can we get to that Super Bowl round? Can you lead us all the way there? I know he can take you there, but can you win us one? That's my standard. That's how high of a standard I have for Jared Goff. I know he can get you there. You have a team that's built like we are, a team that was built like that Rams team he took to the Super Bowl. Solid backfield, nice old line, defense. He can get you there. We all know that. So that was my high standard for Jared Goff. And today he showed once again that he's a different guy. He's a different guy. Was able to, to connect with guys. Khalif Raymond, Laporta, Reynolds continues to be a target as well. I can't wait till J-Mo gets back. When you look at our situation, he's going to come back at a perfect time. You know what I'm saying? So, Jared Goff today, heck of a performance after that pick. Pretty sound game. Detroit Lions ran the football well. Montgomery did a really good job. Eclipsed that 100-yard mark. For what it was worth, when Gibbs was out there, he did some tough runs himself. I know we all want to see Gibbs burn the world up, but we got to be patient. The Detroit Lions are not trying to push him to be a world beater right out the gate. We got Montgomery for a reason. We brung him for a reason. His time is coming. Gibbs' time will come. Let's just be patient about it, right? So, it was good to see that combination out there in the backfield. It helped us out a lot. Detroit should have ran the football on the Packers, man, simply because they're in that bottom tier of run defense. Even though they have a great defense over there, when it comes to running the football, they allow teams to run, and the Detroit Lions took advantage of that. And we were able to get a 100-yard rusher today, which is not something that we don't get too often here. We get too often here. So man, looking on the defensive side of the ball, right out of the gate, they was ready to go. Aaron Glenn had that defensive unit ready. Thank you so much, Jaguars, for being the idiotic franchise that you are, and letting my fellow Michigan mate and Aiden Hutchinson be drafted here in Detroit. You guys took Walker. Some people, for some reason, thought that Kayvon Thibodeau was going to be better than Hutch. Hutch is definitely doing a great job of proving why that's all a farce. So, continuous motor running. Him, Alim McNeil, big sacks today. Another guy, once again, that the fan base was turning on, and Jerry Jacobs, 2 picks today. Timely picks today. Closed out the game with a pick today. So, and a phantom pass interference call, pass interference called on him. That was garbage. My man slipped. You know what I'm saying? The refs was calling some baloney today. That still was present. That's always going to be present. But this new team, once again, that we have now, the new pride that we have now, we go through the adversity and we get through those calls. We get through those calls now. And we're still able to close out games and finish. That's the new Lions. The old Lions that would affect us. The new Lions, we get through, all the garbage. Listen, NFL, I think it would be really, really good from a business standpoint for you to call fair games when it comes to our team. There's a lot of people that want to get behind this team. This team is continuing to add fans. People want to see Detroit do well. They love that type of story. I know the NFL is big on storylines. Listen, man, let us get a fair shake. That's my message to the NFL, right? So, but the defense was nasty today. Brian Branch, man, we have a star. We have a future star on our hands, Lions fans. Brian Branch is going to be a star in this league. And everybody sees it. For him to, tweak his ankle, thank God it was a tweak ankle. I thought, without the way that he stepped back on the foot, I thought it could have possibly been an Achilles situation. Man, it took all the air out of me. I instantly got angry. But then, when I seen them come back out and they were taping him on the sideline, man, and then he got back out there on the field, I was so relieved, man, because we already down 2 of our starting safeties. We got to be fairly healthy, this season. Fairly healthy. We're going to have injuries, but we got to be fairly healthy. The O-line is just suffering too, you know what I'm saying? So we got a nice little stretch of days of rest for these guys, so they should be able to do some recovering, and guys should, be able to get some rest during that time and heal up as we get ready to demolish Carolina. So when you look at it from a record standpoint, Carolina is next. They come to the Den. We're probably going to destroy them. And then we hit the road and go against Tampa Bay, who we probably also will destroy. But the matchup is going to be the Ravens. Before we head into the bye, we face the Ravens, and it's going to be a good football game. We'll see what happens. If we win that game, we have an opportunity to go into our bye week with one loss. With one loss. I know we taking a game at a time, but those next two teams on the schedule, I have absolutely faith that the Detroit Lions are going to take care of business. We're looking at a team that's proven that they take care of business against teams they supposed to. So we look past that. J-Mo returns, another weapon on the offense. And then we look at the division. Bears are in shambles. Drug dealing coaches. Fields is just, man, he's not that guy. They need to trade him. The Vikings are always the clowns they always been. They always been phonies. And, man, they come out the gate just terrible. Jefferson wants out of there. But then you look at Green Bay, like I said, they got some steps to take before they can even stand in the same room as us. So this is our division. And we got to take care of business and be fairly healthy to do that. So with that said, man, I don't want to talk too long. I want you guys to be able to enjoy this victory. Some of you guys may wake up to this video because it is a late game, and I know a lot of people work early in the morning like I do. So with that said, leave it in the comments, man. How you feeling as a Lions fan right now? How are you feeling about the job that the coaching staff is doing with this young team? We are still very young. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that situation, man. And also shout out to Lions Nation Unite, man, at the Soaring Eagle Casino. Saying I was tuning into that as well. Wish I could join you brothers, man. Herman and Mike. Also Dose of Dion for doing his thing too pregame. So, just want to give love to everybody. Shout out to DSN, man. I seen you guys as well get on today. So to my brothers over there at DSN, and including D313XP, man. You guys have been doing a good job. So, with that said, leave it in the comment section, man. And let's get ready for what? Victory Friday? Victory Friday. This was wild. Yeah, Victory Friday. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Peace.